like playing back-to-back. I think having a big break in between your matches can cause some complications. You know, too much time in between can get you cold, and if you're able to just go right into the next match, you still have it's almost like the world's best warm-up. So I think that's what I would choose, and I think that's the better side to be on.
Rachel Rohrabacher, she is like the quarterback of this DC team. Just outstanding with James Ignatowich yesterday in mixed. As they took on Ben Johns and Brooke Buckner, she really turned the tide of that particular match. Vivian Glozman, too, near flawless pickleball yesterday, really at the top of her game. 24 years old, out of Bellevue, Washington. Great college athlete at Cal and at Virginia as well. So women's doubles in the spotlight here to start. And Lea Jansen on the court for New York. 32-year-old, got that nice wingspan, 5'10", out of Spokane, Washington. Tremendous career in college, NAIA All-American, also at Washington State. Couple golds, too, in singles on the Carvana PPA Tour at Texas Open and at the Houston Open as well. And the steady hand of Jackie Kawamoto next to her out of Indianapolis. 28-year-old, of course, got the twin sister Jade, part of the Mad Drops, born and raised in Maui. Not a bad place to grow up. Jackie on the court and ready to go. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching, we're thrilled you're here.
Game 1, time in, 0-0.
TGIF here in Miami. Women's doubles. Let's go.
Side out, point 1.
That ball just struck out off the paddle of Kawamoto.
1-0.
So it's going to make this match so intriguing, Rocco. You've got DC right now in 5th place in the standings. New York is 6th.
1-1. Side out, point 2.
So for DC, the win over Carolina yesterday, and for New York, this is the first time the Hustlers have taken the court here at the Miami Fairgrounds.
Point.
Maybe it is a little wonky. Yeah, I was going to say, the bounce should have been.
Everybody okay with changing it out?
So we're going to change out the Vulcan ball here and get a new Vulcan in there. The ball holding up pretty well. A little bit warmer conditions. And the ball usually plays a little bit softer. Do you like playing in an environment like here with the climate the way it is?
Yeah, I think both climates have their benefits. So for an aggressive player, I think the cooler weather is better. The ball doesn't get as soft, but in this heat, humidity, you kind of need to play the softer shots more. But at the same time, you know, some people prefer that style of pickleball. So.
And Roscoe, we're thrilled to have you in the booth here today for the first 2 matches. Fresh off an outstanding performance in Vegas, now part of Columbus, filling in for Jay DeVilliers, and some pretty nice singles victories as well, including a big one over the GOAT, Ben Johns.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Vegas was a great run for me, and I just love playing this sport. I love watching it even, and just building my game to get better and better. So really happy that work's paying off.
Rachel Rohrabacher to finish. Is anybody playing better right now in the women's game than Rachel Rohrabacher? There may be a few, but not many.
Yeah, Rachel's so confident. She's been having some really good runs, especially in women's doubles with Anna Bright. So I think that confidence can carry into MLP, and obviously it showed in her game.
Four, five.
I'm always really impressed with Jackie Kawamoto as well. I think she has that really consistent style of play. She makes a lot of balls, third shot drops, resets, but it looks like she's playing a little more aggressive today. She's on the left side, so that's more of her role, but very interesting to see her kind of amp things up and speed up the ball more. Ooh, I think I spoke too soon there, but still, I mean, you got to take risks in this game, and I think she's doing it here.
There's Cal McKenzie, head coach of DC, a true strategist. Watches so much film getting this team prepared to go out and do their thing. Said that there's no bigger day than today when it comes to chasing their postseason hopes.
Yeah, K-Mac's the man, and very, very professional. Drew, where's your prediction on this women's doubles match?
I'll tell you what, Glozman and Rohrabacher looked outstanding yesterday, and you'd like to think they are the favorites coming into this one. But I'll tell you what, Jackie Kawamoto, so steady, and we also know what Lea Jansen can do when she is on her game. Tough one to call.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's very, very tight, but right now it looks like DC's got the upper edge.
9-5.
Into the net for Rohrabacher. There's been some wind gusts throughout this event thus far. We expect that to continue throughout the weekend. Anytime you're in South Florida, of course, you're going to get that breeze coming off the Atlantic.
That reach is something else right there. I think that's what makes Glozman so dangerous on that right side, is she can reach in with her forehand. Set up by Rachel.
Into the net there for Jansen. So 11-6. Vivian Glozman. A little extra aggressive yesterday. She adds that to her game, starts feeling that confidence. She's going to be really tough.
Good little change up there by Jackie, going through the backhand side of Glozman rather than up her line.
7-11.
Got to ask you too, Roscoe, being a guy from LA, how do you view Miami, South Florida, other side of the country?
So the biggest thing is the humidity and the breeze. In LA, we're very dry, and we don't have that humidity, so you're going to see a softer ball for sure. You're going to sweat more. And then that extra breeze. Always checking the forecast to see if it's going to be windy or not here.
And how about this run here for New York? All of a sudden, 4 in a row, right back in it.
10-11. Side out point 12.
I like the aggression there from Lea. I think the shot was there. I just don't think she was looking for it soon enough. It seemed like she had to switch her grip at the last second, causing her to miss that one barely top of the net.
Lob attempt, get by Rohrabacher. Now we're really starting to play some good pickleball. DC will take a 13-10 lead to our first break. Just underway here on day number 2. It's DC and New York from the fairgrounds of Miami. With us on Pickleball TV. We've got you covered throughout the day here at the Edward Jones MLP Miami. 3-point lead for DC as Rohrabacher serves 13-10.
Side out point 11.
I like the play there. I think Glozman wins that 9 out of 10 times. Missing that last one, getting a little too aggressive.
Side out point 14.
Really impressive point there.
Longest point of the match here thus far.
14-11.
Lea Jansen on the offensive.
Side out point 12.
I feel like Rohrabacher, any attack at her, she's able to just reset perfectly into the kitchen. And that's what gives you that feeling like you have to do a little bit too much against her just because she does have such nice resets. I think same thing with Kawamoto too. When you're able to defend an attack like that, it makes the opponent feel like they have to do too much and can cause errors later down the line.
Side out point 15.
Always like to kind of pinpoint one player in a particular match. Whose play do you think is the most important, maybe the X factor in this particular matchup? Get your thoughts on that here after this point.
So I think so far Rachel's been the key player here, playing very aggressive, defending really well, and just creating the pressure factor they need to win this match. On the other hand, Lea and Jackie, when they're playing well, they're making a lot of balls, low and forced errors, and you see Jackie kind of taking that aggressive role here. So it's just a matter of who does which better, right? I think if Jackie and Lea are not missing, not giving Rachel any attacks, really playing that middle spot well, which I think they've been doing here, the middle dink area, I think they have the edge. But if Rachel's getting looks that she likes, able to speed up, I think she's the key player.
Yeah, both of these squads coached up so well. Let's take a look at those standings, size up all of the teams going into this final weekend of the regular season. St. Louis Shock right now sitting pretty. They will have one of those 2 seeds. Then you've got Dallas, New Jersey, Texas, DC, and New York. If the regular season were to end right now. Carolina, with all their struggles, Roscoe, they are still right there. Just one match left to play today. And then Arizona, Orlando, and Columbus. So Carolina is officially eliminated, but still they're going to look back on the season and say, man, if we could have just had this happen or that
Time
happen,
in.
it'd be a completely different
16,
story.
13.
Yeah.
Goes away. It's been such a fun regular season. Roscoe, which event has been your favorite? Curious
17, 13.
all the great environments we've been in. 17-13 here.
Side out flank,
Yeah,
14.
best event by far. We talked about this beforehand, was New York. I just don't think you can beat that feeling of playing in Central Park and getting to walk around New York City, taking the subway
14,
to
17.
Central Park to watch pickleball. Everyone's stopping by to see what's going on. It was the best event, and I hope we can see it again in the future.
Certainly cannot argue with that.
Point.
And Lea Jansen continues to apply the pressure. New York now within 2. Yeah, I thought Grand Rapids was really special as well. The mid-season event had a ball with you. Ball in some of the matches
15,
there.
17.
Yeah, the cool thing about Grand Rapids is just the community there, and everyone who shows up. Their pickleball community is absolutely electric. So big shout out to everyone there.
Point.
How about this now? They found something. Hustlers right on the heels of DC.
Sixteen, 17. Side out flank, 18.
Lea Jansen's had the privilege of playing with some of the best female players in the game, most recently Lucy
18,
Kovalova.
16.
Great play there. I like that combo.
17.
Jackie coming cross court with that flick. I think Rachel was sitting middle, so got her body setting up Lea for the
17,
put away.
18.
Mentioned Jansen's pairing with Kovalova. They were bronze medalists at the Rate
Side out
Championships in
flank,
Vegas.
19.
DC gets the side out. Jackie Kawamoto so steady. Lea
19, 17.
providing the firepower here. 2-point game to start.
Point. Twenty, 17. Point.
So I think New York was trying to avoid that Rohrabacher backhand, especially at the kitchen line. You saw them play
21, 17.
middle dink a lot early on. We'll see if they go back to that strategy here.
Oh. Good pick up there by Glozman. How about this?
Wow. First backhand flick I've seen there from Vivian. Comes at a big moment here.
So 4 straight now for DC.
22-17.
22-17. Win picks up just a bit here on championship court.
Side out flank, 18.
So when it's windy like that, those soft shots that really get affected. You want to drive more thirds and try to play a little more aggressive in that wind rather than trying to make the perfect dink or the perfect drop.
Point.
Could that be a wind factor there?
Yeah, Glozman smiling, she knows it.
19-22.
There's Rohrabacher with a two-handed backhand. I've actually been here, Roscoe, since last Saturday, and last weekend, extremely windy, tons of rain too in South Florida. Was hoping that we'd get the good weather, and sure enough, Mother Nature blessing us here for MLP Miami.
Yeah.
Point.
Really impressive shot there from Rohrabacher. Taking the ball below the level of the net. Able to find that
24-19.
open area on Jansen.
So game point here for DC. And the DC Pickleball team will get the victory in women's doubles. Rohrabacher and Glozman able to take it 25-19.
I think Rachel was the key player there. Of course, she's on the left side, so she's going to hit more balls, play a little more aggressive. But to me, she's the one that won that match there.
So DC out of the gate fast. They lead 1-0 with men's doubles. Coming up, stay with us. James Ignatowich still fine-tuning that game, and
0-0.
we're ready to go. Men's doubles, game 2.
Point.
A little unlucky start there.
1-0.
I think that might be a new addition to Decky's game. The two-handed backhand speed up. We got him on the left side now. The firepower from this dude is actually
2-1.
wild.
Side out. Point. 2.
Nice counter there by Jack Sock. Tied at 2.
2-2.
Punch there by Klinger. A is good. CJ Klinger, avid Ohio sports fan. Anything Ohio, seems like he absolutely loves. And those Ohio sports fans, they are loyal, aren't they? When they talk about Ohio State or Cincinnati Bengals, or
Seriously, we when I played for Columbus, we had obviously Ohio owners, and they are avid collegiate football fans.
Side out. Point. 3.
Cleveland Cavaliers, Cleveland Browns, obviously.
Yeah. It's the Ohio State
3-4.
teams that really get them.
Oh,
Side out. Point.
that reach is
5.
tough to deal with.
It's the benefit of having a lefty. You get 2 forehands in the middle. A lot of reach in that area.
Side out. Point. 4. 4-5. Second 5.
So as we anticipated, Roscoe, not a lot of dinking so far.
Yeah, two very aggressive teams, and I think they're going to wait for the right moments to pull the trigger, but There's only so much power on both sides that when they do pull the trigger, you're not going to see what we saw in women's doubles, which is a lot of resets, a lot of counters. It'd be, one-shot winners, two-shot combos, or just straight counters to end the point.
7-5. Side on point, 6. 6-7.
And there's CJ once more. That shot so effective.
Yeah, a couple high dinks there from Ignatowich.
Trying to track down the ball here. Vulcan ball, the official ball of MLP. No players at first took some time adjusting to it. Seems like players have gotten used to it over time.
Yeah, I think they've worked on it a lot and really ended up making a good product. A lot of improvement. Dekel pulling the trigger a little early. If I'm Jack, I'm going to try to keep those dinks really shallow, not giving Dekel a lot to work with. Trying to make him pull the trigger below the level of the net, giving it the hustlers easier counters. Anything above the net from Dekel with the power he has is pretty much a done deal. It's their point, so can't give him a lot above there.
9-6 score here in favor of New York. Trying to decide which ball to use here.
Yeah, some people like a newer ball. Other people in the middle of the match like to use a used ball because it's closer to what they were using before.
Side out point, 7.
I don't know about that one from Jack there. A little bold. Probably not the right decision. Seeing if he could catch James off guard.
7-9.
CJ, I think everyone thought that ball was going line, and then the last second uses the wrist, pulls it middle. See on the replay here, uses that wrist and flicks it middle. That's a really smart play from the hustlers. You play these really dead, shallow dinks to James, to Dekel, and you wait for them to pull the trigger because they want to play that aggressive game style. So you throw the complete opposite at them. You give them that slower kind of dead play. Oof. Double hit there.
Eight, 11.
Yeah, that power is mid-court. It's still, the ball's above the net. And he's able to take a full swing. It's not coming back.
So Ignatowich trying to rev up the engine here. A little bit of a slow start. Men's doubles for DC. ATP attempt is way off the paddle of Dekel.
12-9.
So this is the answer that New York was looking for here.
Point.
And they'll take a
Timeout,
13-9 lead
13-9.
into the break. DC with some errors. And New York taking advantage of it here in the moment. So Hustlers by 4. Let's step aside, come back to Miami. And
Championship, so Mike is the man.
And right now, New York, a 4-point lead, 13-9. And there's James Ignatowich, gets a piece of it right off Jack's sock, tag that time.
10-13.
Oh, wow.
Point 14.
I like that pull from Jack. Jack's got a really wristy
14-10.
forehand, so when he takes that big swing, you don't know where it's going. He's able to manipulate the ball the last second.
ATP, good defense by CJ, but Dekel right there on the follow.
Eleven 14.
Becky with the note.
Now DC has got it working. Dekel Bar, one of the most popular players amongst his peers. There's the conditions here in South Florida, 81 degrees. Just a light wind.
Side out point 15.
Feel a bit of the humidity, but there is a light breeze keeping it honest.
15-12. Side out point 13.
You mentioned those soft dinks whenever the wind picks up.
Yeah. It's such a
13,
small
13.
space you have to hit into that little breeze can throw that off easily.
Also must say, looked at the turnout so far today. Much greater crowd here on day 2 than on day 1.
14,
Love their
15.
pickleball here in Miami.
Yeah.
Side out point 16.
Almost looked like it went off Jack there, but I don't think it touched him. I guess it might have. Yeah. DC able to tag Jack with that one.
15-16.
Got a little wind picking up right now.
15-15.
Right down the middle from
Side out
Sock.
point 16.
For a moment there, DC had erased a 4-point deficit since that last break.
Yeah.
Sixteen 15.
Oh,
Side out point 16.
Man, he's got the full arsenal, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. He barely holds onto that paddle, so he's able to get a ton of wrist snap. CJ speeding up the ball from below the level of the net. I just don't know if that's ever going to work against Dekel. You're not going to win the majority of those points.
17-16.
Ooh.
Timeout point, 17.
What happened there?
He read it right. He went for the Ernie. Jack played a ball wide enough for him to Ernie that shot, but it just didn't sit up like Dekel wanted it, so he didn't have an attackable ball and
17,
placed it right into the net.
Point.
Good play there from DC. I like that. Just missing the final shot.
17.
CJ going for the body bag.
Timeout point, 18.
Now tied once again at 18. See the cohesion between Ignatowich and Bar. They have turned up the volume here, closed the gap. James Ignatowich known for sometimes taking a little extra time before he puts it in play.
A couple extra steps as well.
Timeout point, 19.
I think that's a little bit of the breeze there. Again, it affects those soft shots. In particular, the drop.
19-18. Point.
Oh, and another miss hit.
It's the right play. It sat up. Just poorly executed.
20-18.
Doors open here for the Hustlers.
I don't think it was going anywhere near
DC, 20,
the inside of the lines,
18.
but catches Dekel's paddle there.
And DC Pickleball team will call timeout. So a 3-point lead just like that for New York. DC had erased the gap. But you got to credit CJ Klinger and Jack Sock playing in front for most of this game too. Here we size up the teams, the tail of the tape coming in somewhat similar numbers across the board. Of course, game winning percentage, match winning percentage as well. If teams are tied points wise, first the match win percentage, then the game win percentage is what determines those tie breaks. You've got the youngster, CJ Klinger, just 18, Jack Sock, 32. It's always cool to see you got a Gen Zer and maybe a millennial teaming up.
I think the age difference is definitely fun to see, and it seems like they got a nice bond out there. I know Jax talks about how him and CJ have really gotten to know each other well through this process, and
Time in, 21-18.
obviously they play well together.
Point.
Shot there from Jack. He's got that very wristy dink. Can create a lot of options for himself.
22-18.
Jack Sock feeling it right now. Dekel Bar going down. Trouble here for DC.
Go, Jimmy. Come on, come on.
23-18.
That right there snaps a 5-0 run.
Yeah.
So DC trying to keep pace.
19-23.
Great patience from CJ. I think he's comfortable in that right side dinking pattern against James. Obviously, CJ always playing the right side. James going back and forth between the right and the left. CJ probably a couple more reps on that side, especially late.
So game point here. Go long.
This is the hardest part about MLP scoring right now, dealing with the freeze.
20-24.
Toughest point to get, no doubt, the last one. And here comes DC.
Twenty-one, 24.
And the more points go by and you can't close, the tougher it gets. But New York going to get another opportunity here. Second game point on the way.
24-21.
And Jack Sock with the final touch. He and CJ Klinger take care of business. Men's doubles to the Hustlers, and we're tied at 1.
Really fun match there. CJ Klinger, that was the key player in my mind.
New York and DC leading off the day here in Miami. Mixed doubles is next. Jackie Kawamoto, so steady as a partner. We're going to see lots of offense here from CJ Klinger, constantly trying to pull the trigger. So mixed doubles match now, tied at 1 apiece.
0-0. Point 1.
It's a good example there of James taking so much court.
1-0.
Oh, yes.
So good. One thing I love about James in those firefights is his body's still. His arms are really doing a lot of the work, but his head, if you watch it, it's still. Gives him a lot of control in those quick moments.
Chasing all over the court. He may have to take a breath after all the running he just did on that point. Keeping it alive, giving his team one more shot, and it's 3-0 just like that.
3-0.
I mentioned too, Roscoe, how Ignatowich sometimes will take a little bit more extra time. As a player, does that sometimes frustrate you? I know watching a guy like Ben Johns, he wants to just get it and go, but that kind of throws off your rhythm, doesn't it?
Yeah, some players play really fast, so I think the faster players are actually what can be a little bit annoying, throw off the rhythm, just because you don't get a lot of time to reset in between points. But yeah, if you have momentum and they're taking a lot of time, of course, that can also be a detriment. right? You want to play faster when you have momentum. You want to play slower when you're losing points.
How about momentum right now for DC? 5 straight points to start mixed doubles. And finally a point for New York.
You can see the sweat flying off James with every shot he hits.
1-5.
Long way to go for Ignatowich. Just well done by Jackie Kawamoto.
I like that play from Jackie, going behind James as he's coming over and taking so much court, keeping him honest.
2-5. Set up point 6.
Cross court that time, two-handed backhand from Ignatowich. Yes, and that shirt is already a mop.
I think we might get a shirt swap here in a minute.
6-2. Set up point 3. 3-6.
CJ Klinger pulls the trigger once more. The two-time Challenger MVP starting to pick up his game here.
4-6.
And it's a 4-1 run for New York. Make it 5-1.
CJ with the big serve, I like that. I like him adding it into the mix.
5-6. Point 7.
Right now, James is coming over so far and taking these forehands, speeding him up at Jackie. Would love to see them play the backhand side of James more, keeping the ball on that side of the court. There we go. I think that's the play that the Hustlers need to use a little bit more here to change the momentum, change the rhythm.
6-7.
Perfect setup that time for CJ, and he puts it away. And now Rohrabacher can't put it over. So Klinger has taken over here at the moment. We're tied at 7. The 5-0 start. Erase it.
7-7. Point 8.
Hear the yells from Rachel.
8-7. Set up point 8. 8-8. 18-23.
Wow, CJ playing very aggressive right now.
He's putting a little bit more on his plate right now. He is hungry. Ignatowich right back, tight 9. Good start to this first mixed doubles match, DC and New York. Drew Felios, Roscoe Bellamy with you on Pickleball TV. First match of the day. It is going to be an awesome day of competition. We got 4 matches for you. New York Hustlers Trying to solidify that playoff positioning as Ignatowich puts it away again. This guy has been dynamite so far today.
10-9.
The tides are turning quickly here.
10-10.
Some adjustments already from the Hustlers.
Wow, there's Klinger again. He is just not missing at all.
Yeah, he seems really confident, especially the first few points. You saw him play a little slow. Now his feet are moving. He's playing aggressive. He's being super positive out there. I'm on his toes there.
11-10.
Those hands right now are working, Roscoe.
It seems like any time they go to the backhand side of James, getting some points as he's squeezing the middle so hard.
Went for it there.
It looked cool, at least.
It did.
11-12.
The future of pickleball right before your eyes. And the Hustlers will take a 13-11 lead to the break. So C.J. Klinger starring with Jack Sock and now with Jackie Kawamoto. DC, we'll have to regroup here. It's New York and DC, first match of the day. Come back to Miami after this. Klinger is on fire, folks. And now the side switch, and we play on 13-11.
CJ. This guy's everywhere right now.
14-11.
There it is again.
Just making it all happen right now for New York. DC doesn't have any answers at the moment. Rohrabacher trying to keep her partner in it.
15-11.
Play there for James. I like the pull.
Certainly needed that. We saw Ignatowich come over to our side, Roscoe, during the break.
15.
Trying to get hydrated.
Yeah, chugging some special drink.
Set up point 16. And
there's the finish for Ignatowich. Well, James Ignatowich looked quiet in this mixed doubles match thus far. CJ Klinger making most of the noise. Let's see if that changes.
Wow. Not the greatest pull there from Rachel, super low. But James able to get one of those counters down and get out of that one alive.
Wind picks up here in Miami. Oh, that is right there.
Yeah, read it perfectly. I think CJ threw a little head fake in there on one of those volleys.
You okay also with the constant poaching?
17-14.
Yeah, I think CJ's been doing a good job with it. He's playing super aggressive. It creates a lot of pressure. It's kind of the mixed doubles play that you see a lot of these teams doing. The guy taking a lot of court, poaching a lot, coming through the middle.
So 18-14, timeout on the court for DC. They'll talk things over. Drew Felios, Roscoe Bellamy with our Pickleball TV crew. And got to say, Roscoe, I mentioned the big singles victory you had recently over the great Ben Johns. Take us back to that moment. What are you thinking? Only so many players get a chance to accomplish something like that.
Yeah, I was getting my my butt kicked there for a minute. I was down a set, 5-1. Was just able to stay positive and fight back, and had a few things go my way. So it was a great week overall. And again, I'm just happy to be playing pickleball, and I love the sport. I love getting to travel and play with all the other players. Everyone's so cool and nice, and so I'm really fortunate and lucky to do what I do.
And as we get ready for Worlds in Dallas, you're trying to get 100% health-wise, right?
Yeah, my foot's been bothering me a little bit. It's been bothering me for the last month, so I actually wasn't even sure if I was going to play that Vegas tournament, but I ended up doing it. And so now I'm taking a little time off here just to heal up, but we'll see. We'll see how things look down the line.
18-14. New York Hustlers now serving out of the timeout. Oh, my.
No way. Crazy point there.
That is what fans have come to see.
Yeah.
Let's see if it turns the tide of this match with DC trying to make up some ground. They're within 2.
16-18.
So Kawamoto and Klinger have been playing with the lead this entire match.
Side out, point, 19.
Tough one.
$19-16.
ATP, Ignatowich there. Oh! And it makes the score 19-17, so that's a big call.
James sweating buckets out here. Miami humidity.
Time in, 17-19.
That's just wide. Another point for DC. We've got a 1-point game.
18-19. Set up point, 20. Point, 18.
So New York, couple breaks here, Roscoe, and now a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah, a couple unforced errors there from Rachel.
21-18.
Very unlike her, especially in this crucial moment, but that's what the pressure can do to you. Great hands from Jimmy.
19. $19-21.
It's in. Oh, wow.
Really nice there. Love to see Jackie close that gap a little bit, especially when CJ goes that wide to hit the ATP. Could have been a high forehand for her.
That ball just slowly dropped right inside that back line. And now the lead is trimmed to 1. Oh, good job by Kawamoto.
Yeah.
22.
James leaving that drop a little high.
So credit the Hustlers. They've been steady throughout here, trying to finish this one off.
Point.
Another missed return here. And New York with a chance
23-20.
to go up here, 2 games to 1. Game point is upon us, folks. Kawamoto and Klinger. Just exceptional.
24-20. 15 seconds.
Can't finish it off.
21. Twenty-one, 24.
Great play from Jackie.
Well, she has been calm, cool, and collected throughout this match. Meanwhile, CJ
24,
Klinger just
21.
running wild. Second game point.
Oh, CJ with the perfect poach, but James, such fast hands.
All right, here we go, Roscoe. New York in the freeze.
22-24.
DC trying to take advantage. Oh, that's just wide.
Yeah, few too many airs here from Rohrabacher. Get another match point.
24-22.
Freeze.
Third opportunity to close it out here for New York. Not this time.
23.
And that pressure building.
Yeah. 3 game points.
23-24.
Ignatowich paints the line. We're tied at 24, and New York now wants to talk things over. Rachel Rohrabacher just coming back, as you said, Roscoe, with some uncharacteristic errors at the end of this game. But when you have a partner that can pick you up, and Rachel too, a good case of amnesia, just moving on. Next point, it pays off.
100%. That's the crucial factor with the freeze, right? You lose one match point, you lose the next one. You have to be able to forget about that and not let the pressure get to you, because so many times it happens and you get a 20-24 and then the other team comes back, they have 1 game point and they win it there. So we don't want that to happen. But it's just so pressure filled, and we'll see if that gets the Hustlers here.
Well, these two teams in the 5th and 6th slot, respectively. 6 teams advance to that postseason. It begins in Dallas with the quarterfinals. St. Louis, they are in. They have that first round bye. So they will pick it up in Orlando on November 22nd. The tiebreaker, told you about match win percentage, then game win percentage, and the promotion granted challenger level semifinalists earning a promotion next season. So 24 all here. Big points upon us.
Timeout point, 25.
So how about a 5th chance here for New York to put it away?
25,
They have
24.
to get to the kitchen line. That's the crucial part here. CJ. He's been on 2 of them. And Jackie's leaving. Jackie's trying to avoid James so much that she's leaving those
25.
line dinks too high, and Rachel's teeing off.
Knotted at 25. Win by 2 here. Got to win on the serve. The crowd just gravitates to this guy when he starts rattling them off.
Yeah, James had some crazy gets there, but CJ just such a beast.
Do they have that final point
26,
in them? We're going to
25.
find out again. Oh, he misses. So it took 6 tries to finish it off for the New York Hustlers. They finally do it, and they lead 2-1.
Yeah, that was a really, really impressive showing from the Hustlers. Obviously, on paper, James and Rachel probably the favorite, but CJ Klinger, man.
Just can't say enough about the 18-year-old out of Granville, Ohio, CJ Klinger and Jackie Kawamoto. Get it done. Second mixed matchup coming up.
See if they can get away with that.
Point.
That's the tough part about coming off the bench there. Being fully warmed up, throwing in a few airs in the beginning.
Point.
Jack Snock with the quick hands there. Sneaks one in on Dekel Bar, and it's 2-0.
I don't know how much that shot's going to work, though. Gets the net, but those counters are so strong.
Point.
That one drops in the perfect spot for New York.
3-0.
So remember, in the last match, DC jumped out to the 5-0 lead. New York erased it. And now the exact opposite happening here. New York starts strong this time.
Yeah. Really nice shot there from Dekel, taking that backhand flick below the net and rolling it through the middle, setting up Vivian for the put away.
1-4.
You know, the theme of this particular match could be length. Everybody's got pretty nice reach. Roscoe, you're one of those taller players as well. Is that one of the best attributes to have as a pro player?
I think so. We've talked about height, me and some of the other players, just how it can affect you, right? Singles, being lower to the ground probably can be more helpful, but doubles with that reach, it really can give you an advantage. Dekel's a great example of that. Vivian's a great example of that. I think it definitely helps, but you got to do other things for it to work in your favor, right? You got to set yourself up to use your length rather than feeling like you can get away with pulling shots that are low over, or too low below the net.
Oh, finally Jackson.
Yeah, great shot there, Lea, the ATP. Lea's done a great job on the right side, man. I feel like she's super consistent. She's got good counters. She locks in. She really makes the opponents play a lot of balls and doesn't let them get away with free points. Dekel seems like he's doing a little much right now. We've seen him give us a few airs.
7-3.
And Glozman, uncharacteristic that time, frustrated. So everything working right now for New York. And you kind of made an interesting point, Roscoe. We were talking off camera, talked about Jack Sock and his competitive juices. Sometimes he comes off as happy-go-lucky, but don't kid yourself. Deep down, this guy wants to win more than anybody.
Yeah, I think it's. No, I think you're right. Sometimes, you know, it gives the vibe that, you know, he's having so much fun out there, which is amazing. But, you know, deep down, I think he really wants it out there, and you know, he's so talented and he's so creative that when he's on, it's like, who can he not beat?
Oh, able to recover there is Lea. She's laughing during the point. So Wynn playing a few tricks, even Glozman got a kick out of it.
Yeah, the nice thing about the wind here is it's not too aggressive. It's not like these massive wind gusts. It's just a constant breeze, so you get used to it as you're playing.
Dekel Bar. New York will benefit.
Yeah, Dekel's coming so far over to the middle right now. I think he's getting caught on his backhand side, especially. They're keeping him honest. See if he can adjust that.
Glozman in great position. Keep the play alive, though.
Point.
Jack looking at Dekel. I think Dekel tried to get that ball, or get that call, sorry, by saying come on afterwards.
10-5.
It was a good inch out.
New York here has doubled the total of DC.
Point
Too heavy-handed that time.
Yeah, just giving away some errors, I think, is Jack's downfall, right? He gives some unforced errors with all that creativity. He does things like that, right? He's leaning over, taking so much court, being aggressive, still hitting an amazing shot.
11-6.
I like it from Viv. I think she needs to keep on doing that. She lost that one because Jack was able to get a hand on the first attack, but it's going to work in her favor.
12-6.
The more she does it.
Put away by Dekel Bar. So DC slow starting, trying to overcome that.
7-12.
And this pairing, Bar and Glozman, they rolled over Colin Johns and Caitlin Christian yesterday in that Carolina match.
8-12.
Much tougher draw here, it feels like.
As
New York setting the tone here throughout since game number 1. 13-8. The Hustlers can win it if they take this particular game. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere on Pickleball TV. New York Hustlers 13-8 over DC Pickleball Team. You're watching Pickleball TV. Drew Felios alongside Roscoe Bellamy. So Viv Glozman and Dekel Bar trying to climb out of a hole here. Lots of work to do.
point.
So always love to follow, Roscoe, the game away from the game. We're kind of tucked over here in the corner in the commentating booth. And right next to us, Hayden Patriquin and Gabe Tardio, part of the St. Louis Shock. They don't have to play.
Yeah.
So these guys are just fans this weekend, and they had the attention a little bit earlier of Jack Sock.
Yeah, there's a little chippiness going on the side. Love to see a little bit of the drama here. You know, you get that's what you pay for, right? You're coming here, you get the full experience. There's Gabe right there.
Well, it's great when you come, you don't have to play and sit back and enjoy yourself. And
got Gabe rocking gold chains now. Who's providing this for him?
And Jack Sock, they've had some battles in the past on the court.
Yeah.
10-14.
And don't underestimate the kids. They will take your lunch money, right?
I mean, I think those are the ones you need to watch out for.
15-10.
Lea Jansen, one of her best shots today.
Wow. Yeah, I was waiting for her to fire down the line. She's been holding that a lot, and Dekel's been coming over towards the middle. Finally, 16-10, she lets it go. Sorry, 15-10. So Dekel making a lot of errors while he's reaching to his left side. He's coming so far over that if I'm New York, I'm playing a lot of balls there, keeping him honest, because it's working well for him.
Just so funny, Roscoe, how matchups work. Yesterday, DC flawless in mixed doubles. Everything they tried was working. Today, it's just been so much harder to execute.
Yeah, 100%. The matchups are such a crucial thing that a lot of people don't think about. They think about the standings, they think about, you know, the DUPR ratings, but every matchup is different, and some players work really well with others and vice versa.
Got to be go time here for DC. Last call.
12-18.
Lea Jansen again on the offensive. She has been outstanding next to Jack Sock today.
19-12. Point 13.
Dekel Bar steps in there. Little chat with Glozman. Dekel doing whatever he can to just try and turn the tide.
Yeah, you know, one thing about Dekel is he's so aggressive, and when he's on, it's so hard to play against him. But right now, it feels like he's trying to do a little too much.
13-19.
Yeah, and I feel like DC's gotten so many good looks, and especially on the execution portion, that's where they're not converting.
20-13.
Opportunities have been there, and we touched on this earlier. DC, after this match, will have to sit and wait till the final match of the day before they take the court again. New York, they'll follow it up immediately as the Orlando squeeze awaits.
(21-14).
Whoa.
15.
I think that's how you use your length right there. You just sit on that Ernie line and you just reach.
That sock will now slow things down just a bit. Come over, get toweled off.
15,
It is
21.
cooking right now on championship court.
Set out point, 22.
A little bit of an extra stare that time from Jack. And again, some words for the youngsters.
Did we give some more words to the youngsters?
22-15.
Just trying to enjoy some pickleball, Roscoe.
We might see a little parking lot battle between Sock, Hayden, and Gabe after this.
The frustration builds.
Timeout DC. 23.
Dekel Bar hoping for a miracle.
Timeout point, 16. 16-23. Point.
So that's a start. Dekel Bar will step back. Sock again takes a little extra time. Lea Jansen resets as well.
17-23. Point.
Sock misses again.
Big comeback here. Smell it. 18-23. New York thought they had this in the bag.
3 straight points.
Nice shot there. I like the reach in from Lea.
And now match point for the New York Hustlers.
24-18.
Dekel. I love that inside out drop from Jack. Really set Lea up well there.
19-24. Point.
And that is wide as well. So New York, let's see, will they call timeout here?
Timeout, New York.
Yes, they will. Hustlers
24.
want to take a deep breath on the brink from putting the finishing touches on this one. DC trying to force a dream breaker. Glozman and Dekel Bar, they've been anything but clean in this particular game, but all hope not lost just yet. And you know how MLP is. You have to be a finisher.
I totally agree. These moments right here are what win matches. That freeze. If you can get past that, if you can get past the pressure, play good shots, high quality transitions on those game points, that's how you get the win. But also DC, I've seen them make a lot of comebacks. I think it was in New York. I saw them come back from a big deficit. Dekel is not one that lets pressure get to him.
Well, look at the itinerary today. Hustlers got the New York, actually the Orlando squeeze coming up next. Arizona Drive, New Jersey Fives. Annalie Waters in the house for that one. Will Howells also stopped by the booth not too long ago. And Orlando and DC in the nightcap.
Look at this guy. To be the best hat I've ever seen.
He is ready for the conditions. that's exactly what they needed. Good timeout. And now another chance here for New York.
24-29. 24-20.
And there it is for the New York Hustlers. Jack Sock and Lea Jansen finish it off. And New York looking every bit like a playoff team here in Miami.
Yeah, really impressive. I think if you look at those two mixed doubles matches, probably some of the cleanest mixed doubles you'll see here all tournament.
So the Hustlers, big things ahead for this team, coached by Mike Wolf. They got to turn it around, though, as the Orlando Squeeze await in our second match of the day. When we come back, we will talk to the winners. Edward Jones MLP Miami continues on Pickleball TV. Welcome back to Edward Jones MLP Miami here on Championship Court. We just witnessed the New York Hustlers take care of the DC Pickleball team. And now in the winner's circle, CJ Klinger and Jack Sock join us. All right, CJ, you looked exceptionally comfortable on this court, taking care of business here in this first match of the day. How cool is it to be in Miami, and how comfortable are you right now playing?
Yeah, it's all right. Do you hear me now? It's very great. It's fun to be back in Florida since I've lived a lot of my life here. And thanks to Jackie, and Lea for being a part of it. Let's go. Let's focus. Lock in. Come on.
Let's lock in.
Go.
Let's lock in.
Jack, you got Hayden and Gabe back here exchanging some words with you. What's being said there during the match?
Well, how do I want to answer this? Yeah, I just think there's a respect level with teenagers to adults that may not be there in the sport sometimes. So maybe stay in your lane a little bit, and yeah, on to the next match.
Jack, speaking of that, you're 32 years old. The guy next to you is 18. How cool is it to be part of his growth process? Because obviously this kid has got such a bright future, and so do you.
Yeah, I mean, his future is probably a little longer than mine in this sport, but no, the Klinger banger is it. He's coming. He's on the come up. Yeah, he's dangerous. You don't want to see him in the draw, and yeah, I don't doubt he'll have a bunch of medals here in the next few years.
Had some memorable sights this year also in MLP. Just playing in Miami, guys. A little bit hotter, a little bit different feel. How do you guys take to it?
Yeah, the ball's definitely slower. Got to adjust to that since I've been playing a lot in the West. But definitely think I'm getting used to it pretty fast.
A lot of Powerade Chipotle, and we're good. And we're good.
Yeah.
All right, great stuff, guys. Best of luck in your next match.
Up top.
And it is coming up next. New York Hustlers battling the Orlando Squeeze. We've got the call here on Pickleball TV. MLP Miami moves on after this.